constant innovation is an absolute must, because people are always going to copy what you're doing, and you can rarely stop that. I mean, we're very strict about protecting the Cobra Beer trademark. On the other hand, it's practically impossible to patent a beer, because anyone can just change one little ingredient slightly and say it's a different beer. So you can't stop people copying aspects of your packaging. The only way you can actually win is by staying ahead. And the only way to stay ahead is constant innovation. When you're a small company, constantly innovating, coming up with ideas, what helps give you the edge is not only having the right environment within the company, within the team, to constantly innovate and come up with ideas. What also helps is always working with the best advisors. And yes, of course, the best advisors often cost more, but you get what you pay for. So whatever area it's in, having the best advisors is going to give you that edge. And it's not just working with the best advisors, it's how you work with them. The way we work with our advisors is we actually embrace them and make them part of our team. It's never we're the client and they're the advisor. They become part of our team. It's completely transparent, it's completely open, and we work very closely with them. What happens there is that you actually then, they get the best out of the relationship, and so do we. I remember that I was on a trip to India in April 2002, and I phoned my marketing director. I said, Simon, we've got to look at our packaging and change our packaging. He said, why? Why do we have to change our packaging? There's nothing wrong with our packaging. It's great. It's world class. I said, yep, nothing wrong with it, but we haven't done anything for 5 or 6 years, and I really think we need to look at it. I said, okay, I'll put it out to pitch. We put it out to pitch the best design agencies, packaging design agencies in the country. And we selected Williams Murray Ham, who ended up becoming Design Agency of the Year. So the best advisors, you've got to work with them. And they looked at our packaging and they said, well, actually, there's nothing wrong with your packaging. You could quite easily stay on with what you've got. But okay, you want us to look at it, we will look at it. What we guarantee we will not do is to rearrange the furniture. We are not going to change it for the sake of changing it. We'll change it if we really think it's going to make a difference to your brand success. And they looked at it and they said, actually, the most important aspect of Cobra Beer to the consumer is the less gassy, extra smooth taste. I said, well, we could have told you that. And they said, well, it's difficult from a design point of view because you can't really depict gassiness. You can only say extra smooth or less gassy, which you do anyway on your packaging. So they went back and gave it some more thought. They came back and they said, well, actually, we've realized that another very, very interesting aspect about Cobra Beer to the consumer is its story. And we've got inspiration now from Indian columns, Persian columns, Roman columns that tell story in sculpture. We are going to tell the story of Cobra Beer embossed in icons on your bottle. And we set to work. It was a huge challenge. And we worked again with the best bottle manufacturers in Europe, and against all odds created the most embossed beer bottle that has ever been developed, which for the first time in the world, a consumer product telling its story as part of its packaging. And that innovation was by having this attitude of, we've got to move on, we've got to try and produce something that's different, produce something that's better, and change the marketplace forever. And within a few months of releasing this bottle onto the market, it has won several international packaging and design awards. And that's the whole aspect of never ever standing still. So our new packaging, we didn't do it just for the sake of doing it. When we did it, we came up with something revolutionary, and it's enabled us to stay well ahead of everyone. And of course, it will not stop there. A little further down the road, we will again have to move on. The consumer around the world is demanding more and more choice, more and more variety, and better quality. And the bar is being raised the whole time. And the secret is not just keeping up with that bar, but actually staying ahead of it.